Ha Giang. A landmark of northwestern Vietnam, Ha Giang is famous for the majestic winding mountain roads and golden terrace fields. The hidden beauty of this land always attracts those who love adventure and lures them to come back and explore more. This is my second time coming to Ha Giang, but the feeling is completely new. Sho Lo Thi Peak is a new tourist destination in Hoang Su Phi district in the western part of Ha Giang province. This new place was discovered in the last 2 years. It is famous as a hot new trekking spot where people can see the floating clouds on top of the mountain. Tourists often come here when the rice is ripe, the waterfalls strong, or when the peaches and plums blossom. As for me, I choose a normal time to visit Hoang Su Phi and Sho Lo Thi to see the beauty of the land itself without any embellishments.
What a beautiful place. Absolutely exhausted. Yes. Having a good time. Say hello. Hey. Rocks. Big rocks. You can see the rocks are everywhere. The road to Sho Lo Thi is only accessible on foot or by motorbike. Well, why walk on foot when you have such a nice ride like this? Our bikes bumped up and down over the rocks like crazy, and in some places the bikes did not seem to touch the ground but flied over the rocks entirely. I did not expect that climbing a mountain would be as dangerous as it was thrilling. Oh no! Up ahead is not looking so good. So how was it? Good time? Oh, the dust everywhere in the eyes.
Yes.
Good time though, and Miss Moy is an amazing driver. Wow. Couldn't have made it here without her. So I'm ready for an exciting trek. We're gonna have a great time. Let's go. So we're very lucky to have two local people, Zhang at the front here and Mui at the back, to help myself and Zhao on this trip to the top of Sho Lo Thi. Zhao is actually one of the people who first discovered this trail, so I'm really excited about it. It's really, really hot out here. It's the only thing I'm worried about, but I'm going to give it my best shot, so let's go.
Đây là vườn rừng thảo quả của người dân địa phương ở trên này, và thảo quả có một cái nền kinh tế rất là cao cho người dân, nên là người dân đã nhân giống và trồng ở đây. Đây là cái hoa thảo quả, còn đây là mầm thảo quả, bắt đầu mọc mầm lên ạ, thành cây thảo quả. Và đây là cái hoa nó đã bắt đầu xuống mà kết quả. Trước đây ấy, thì nó tự mọng lên, và sau này người dân mới phát hiện ra nó là một cái bài thuốc quý và có một cái giá trị kinh tế khá là cao, nên là người dân đã nhân giống để trồng.
Can this be grown at the bottom of the mountain, or is it only high above sea level.
Thảo quả ấy, nó sống ở trong độ ẩm và có độ tán rừng cây tán rậm để nó che phủ mất cái nắng nóng và không cho gương mặt chiếu thẳng vào này.
And how long does it take to grow fully?
Tầm mình trồng xuống khoảng chừng 3 đến 4 năm thì mình có thể thu hoạch được. Tức là nó bắt đầu kết trái.
So can it be eaten raw or does it have to be cooked first?
Ăn trực tiếp thì được nhưng mà nó sẽ rất là cay.
How spicy? Maybe we could try some.
Giờ em sẽ lấy thử một cây măng thảo quả xanh.
Oh wow.
Đây chính là mầm thảo quả hay còn được gọi là măng thảo quả.
It's layered like an onion. The colors are amazing. Red and pink and the white.
Và cái này có thể ăn sống được này.
Come on.
Có ngon không ạ?
It's so fresh. There's like lots of water content in it, so it's really nice and it's refreshing. The layers remind me so much of an onion, but it's so much nicer.
Though cardamom leaves are used in cooking for a unique flavour and aroma, I have never seen a real cardamom tree in my entire life.
Nhai lâu một chút sẽ cảm giác được cái vị thơm của măng thảo quả.
Tastes good. I've definitely tasted this in pho before.
Cardamom is the precious medicinal plant with the highest economic value compared to the other crops in the high mountains, 1,000 meters or more above sea level. In addition, the plant is also used as a spice. Cardamom has a wonderful aroma and an enticing warmth, which is why even pho recipes differ from one another. One of the most common spice ingredients for a perfect pho bowl is black cardamom.
To survive out here, you need to be able to use the resources that are given to you and what you're able to even farm here. The conditions out here are so harsh, so the cardamom while we were trekking was a nice find, and I've had it a few times in pho and in Hanoi and stuff, but I'd never, not in a million years would I have known what it looked like before, what it even was called, to be honest. But yeah, I learned a lot from that.
Saying goodbye to the cardamom, we continue our trek, getting closer to the top.
We've come across what looks like a wild herd of goats. There's so many of them, and they're of all ages, some with big horns, some with small horns, even the tiny little babies, and they're...
I was prepared to encounter all wild animals and at least some of the unfriendly insects during my jungle trip, but bumping into the lovely and friendly goats was a nice surprise for me.
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Try the feeding?
Yeah.
Okay, taste.
Oh, they're so thirsty. And they're quite strong. Some of them can be too friendly, but it's a nice break from the hot weather and the trekking. It's a nice break and a nice surprise. Is it normal for the Dao people to herd goats and to keep goats on their farm?
Người Dao thì chăn dê khá là nhiều ở trên núi. Vâng. Bởi vì theo như kể thêm một chút nhé, người ta bảo là Mông là cao nhất, nhưng mà sau đó đến Dao thì nói chung từ ngày xưa ấy nên là người Dao sống ở lưng chừng đồi núi, nên người ta hay thả dê ở đồi núi để dê tự đi kiếm ăn. Ngoài dê ra người ta có thể thả trâu, thả bò ở trên độ cao hoặc là ngựa. Nhưng hôm nay rất tiếc là trâu lại đi ăn ở xa không còn lại gây, nên là anh không phải vác cả đội trâu ở đây. Để con người nơi đây đều yêu động vật.
It's clear what Seng said about the Dao people's love for animals here. Even considering our limited water supply, we were happy to share it with the goats.
Cứ có cái tiếng nó nghe thì nó biết. Bê. Bê. Oh.
Try and get every single one of them a little bit of water because it's so hot out today. but their horns are so sharp. Oh, I saw it. I think they've absolutely drained me dry. I have none left, but what an amazing experience to be out here, the top of the mountains with the goats. Something I never thought I would be doing here in Vietnam.
The goats are led out every morning to find food, and the baby ones will follow the big ones. In the afternoon, to lure them back to the barn, the farmer will use water mixed with a little salt, and the goats just love it so much.
Yeah, the goats was crazy. I had no idea that they were gonna just appear. Never came across wild goats like that. To even hold and play with and stuff, it was pretty surreal. He's so cute.
While I was having the best time with the goats, my teammates were busy preparing something special for the lunch menu. In the middle of the forest, there's no chance that you will have access to gas or electricity. So luckily, Zeng and Mui, the two local Zhao people, were skillful enough to survive out there. Soon enough, the campfire was lit.
So I'm just back from a little rest with the goats, and the guys moved on well ahead of me, and they said they were going to prepare some lunch, so I'm really excited to see what they've got ready for us.
Hi.
What's up? This looks amazing. Thank you guys. Whew. Wow, what have we got today?
Yes.
Grilled chicken is the easiest thing available in the forest to serve for the lunch menu. The delightful aroma of grilled chicken can increase anyone's appetite. In an open space with fresh air, good friends and good food, I feel like all the hardship in the morning was worthwhile.
I've been camping plenty of times, and what most young people do, if you're not going out to the pub, you're going camping and out into the wilderness and having some good times. So there's lots of bonfires and cooking by the fire, but definitely in Vietnam it's very different. The things you eat and the things you do are different.
Tùn bữa chia mẹ tin bữa tìm sâu tu hiu phơi.
That was beautiful, guys. Thank you so much.
Vicky, this is a love song in Zhao people. And when they come to the local market in Sunday or Saturday.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. I know we're all really hungry, so would you like to start maybe having some food?
It's so simple without using any spices, yet the taste is pure and so fresh. The meat is also firm. Definitely a big difference compared to what I eat in the big cities.
Wow. Absolutely delicious.
So before moving on, here are some friendly tips to make sure your barbecue party is fun and safe and you will not stay hungry. So firstly, choose the right location. It's important to select a location that's safe and practical. Preferably, you'll keep the campfire away from areas with overhanging branches or not too close to your tents, if you have them of course. Secondly, you must use dry wood. If your wood logs are wet or damp, you'll really struggle to get a fire going. And finally, remember to put the fire out. Never leave the camping site believing a smouldering fire is safe. Instead, let the fire die down and pour water to put it out. I arrived at the station when it was dark. My local friend suggested that I join in the traditional cultural activities of the Zhao people in the evening, especially the fire dancing. This is one of the most indispensable experiences while trekking in Choloti.
Okay. Well, the Zhao people have very kindly given me this traditional outfit to wear. I feel very, very lucky because without it, I wouldn't get to take part in this amazing tradition. And I've also been told do not stand directly in front of Mr. Zhao. So I'm going to try my best to respect their wishes, and I feel very honored to get a chance to take part in this very special tradition.
The offering ceremony begins with the sounds of bamboo and bronze instruments, and also the voice of the shaman. Normally, Zhao people hold the Fire Dance Festival at the beginning of the new year to pray for bumper crops and health and prosperity for the people. As tourism develops in the region, the Zhao people often recreate this festival on normal days to introduce visitors to the identity of the Zhao people.
Khách du lịch đi lại thì muốn tìm tòi các bản sắc dân tộc mình thì mình cũng gọi là cải tiến dần. Khi nào mình cúng đấy, lúc đó thì cái nội dung bài cúng của mình cũng phải nói rõ, thì mình gọi là diễn giải cho khách xem. Lúc đó cái nội dung đó mình cũng phải nói rõ cho cái thần linh biết rồi, thì mình mới dám làm, không thì mình không dám làm.
According to the Zhao's tradition, jumping into the fire dispels fears, and only powerful people can jump into the sacred fire. After the offering, the guys seem to be controlled by a supernatural power. They shake their bodies, jump on one leg, and in front of the altar they leapt in front of the burning coals. Zheng, one of my companions, also participated in this ceremony.
Because it was at night time also, it added a lot more effect because of the fire and the redness of the coals. So you could really see whenever they picked it up with their hands or ran through it with their feet, you could see the effect it was having, and it flying through the air in the dark was such a great sight to see, but also pretty scary.
Local people here believe that how long a man can stay on the fire depends on the power that the gods give them. Each fire dance takes 4 to 5 minutes. When the fire is out, the shaman will read the prayer to the ghosts and everyone thanks the gods for coming to the village.
Xin chào anh. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Xin chào. I'm good.
Very good. So please tell me, I just want to say first, before anything, that took an incredible amount of courage, and I'm in awe of what you did. Congratulations on finishing the ceremony. And can you tell me, what were you feeling just before you started the fire dance?
Trong quá trình chuẩn bị nhảy thì lúc đấy thần linh nhập vào bản thân em. Thì em cảm thấy là con người rất là nhẹ nhõm. Và nhìn thấy đống lửa là em muốn vào để nhảy, để tung bấy những cái hòn than ở trong đống lửa lên.
And did you have any fear at all?
Nói chung là lúc đấy thần linh đã nhập vào mình rồi nên là không có gì phải sợ hãi cả.
And what age were you when you first did your first fire dance?
Từ hồi nhỏ em nhìn thấy các bác bắt đầu vào nhảy lửa, em cảm thấy rất là thích, bởi vì đấy là cái phong tục tập quán của mình. Nên là từ năm 13 tuổi em đã bắt đầu nhảy lửa. Vào năm nay em đã 27 tuổi. Đã hơn chục năm nay em mỗi năm em nhảy một lần.
Can I see your hands?
Okay.
Oh. Ôi. They're very, very coarse. I can see the black marks, black stains on his hands. That is took an amazing amount of courage, and he's a fearless man to go through with it. And he is very, very strong. He's very, very strong. I don't think I'd ever try something like that, but I know that they do it to really replenish their body and give them a lot of power and clean their body from all the badness and stuff, and I can understand how doing something so extreme would be able to do that. In Ireland, it's a very religious place. It's not really into your spiritual and elements, and they're more into religion there. People go to church a lot. There's not as much honouring elements or things like that, or traditions like that. No, very, very different. Very, very different.
Sunset is a magnificent time of day. Psychologists say that it can boost well-being, increase generosity, and even enhance your life satisfaction. I have read in travel magazines that Vietnam is one of the best places in the world to enjoy sunrises and sunsets. And now I'm going to make my travel experience complete by watching the beautiful sunset from the top of Ha Giang. Cho Lo Thi in Vietnamese means 9 ladder layers. The mountain, said to be the second highest peak in Ha Giang, stands 2,402 meters above sea level. The last challenge is to climb the stone paths like ladders at the height of 2,327 meters. Each stretch was about 10 meters. Crossing 9 such ladder stretches, we will finally be at the mountain top.
That was my feeling. My feeling was I was pretty tired. But, I got really excited. A lot of adrenaline started rushing through my body as that happened.
Becky, bây giờ chúng ta đang đến đỉnh 1. Bên kia mới là đỉnh Cho Lo Thi. Và vì sao có cái tên gọi Cho Lo Thi ấy? Từ những năm cuộc kháng chiến chống Pháp thì Pháp tìm cái núi cao nhất để người ta ngắm nhìn cái hành động của Viện Minh mình. Nên là Pháp mới đào đường lên con núi Cho Lo Thi này. Nên là có 9 cái khúc cua. Về sau ấy mình mới dịch theo từ đấy mới có cái tên gọi là Cho Lo Thi.
So how much higher from here is the top of Cho Lo Thi?
Từ đây đi lên núi Cho Lo Thi nó rơi tầm khoảng 400 mét nữa.
With that excitement, we keep going forward. Knowing that we only have 400 meters to go, our footsteps became less heavy.
Here with the guys halfway up Cho Lo Thi. Say hello.
Hey!
Nearly at Cho Lo Thi. Almost there. A few more steps. But the view is already looking pretty spectacular. Let's go! We made it! Go team!
Yes.
We finally did it! We made it to the top of Cho Lo Thi. The view is absolutely spectacular from up here, and it took a lot of hard work, so it's well deserved. So go team! Let's go! High fives!
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Moot! Hi! Ba! Yeah! It was being eye level with the clouds, I would say, which was pretty spectacular. You could just all across my eye line, and then obviously the center point, the pyramid that's built there, saying Cho Lo Thi, and you're 2,402 meters up, and yeah, it gives you a sense of achievement at the very end.
The scenery is truly breathtaking. The sea of clouds is just in front of my eyes, and it's one of the best sunsets I've ever seen in my life. We would have looked over the whole district of Hoang Su Phi and its neighbour Dinh Man, and the large mountainous areas to the northwest of Ha Giang. And you know what makes the reward even better? I got the chance to share all these beautiful moments with some of the best people that I've ever met.
So our time here is finished, but we made it to the top of Cho Lo Thi. Absolutely amazing experience, and thank you for joining us. So yeah, please enjoy the spectacular view.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.